Good afternoon, I'm Raylene Ramsey. This is your afternoon news fix for Tuesday, the 2nd of April. The Health Minister says staff and patients need better protection after a machete attack at Wairarapa Hospital. A 62-year-old man is facing charges over an assault in the emergency department on Saturday night, which gave the victim a fractured skull. The Salaried Medical Specialists Association says it's reasonably certain no security staff were there. Minister Shane Verete says a team is reviewing security arrangements.
We need to be doing better work. That includes routine de-escalation as part of staff training, as well as whatever staff we need to further put in place to protect them.
An Auckland mother of 6 has been sent to prison for more than 2 years for tax evasion amounting to more than $420,000. Elizabeth Julian Tangikau ran the NZ Post Centre Cafe in Highbrook. Shannon Johnstone has more.
Over 6 years, she evaded income tax and GST obligations, filing 75 false tax returns, significantly understating her income and claiming excessive expenditure. She got more than $40,000 family assistance payment she wasn't entitled to, and she also kept tax deducted from her employees.
The opposition says the government is making excuses over funding social housing while projects fall over. RNZ reports providers like the Salvation Army have to stop builds because funding has not been committed beyond June next year. Housing Minister Chris Bishop says the last government left a fiscal cliff by not committing further out. Labour spokesman Karen McAnulty says that's a normal way to allocate funds, and government claims now are a convenient scapegoat.
When the budget comes around, they're setting themselves up to have to commit to ongoing funding for the rest of the time. Otherwise, they're opening themselves up to be hypocrites.
Added urgency to calls for ceasefire in Gaza after 4 aid workers and their driver have been killed. Video footage of their bodies at a local hospital identifies 3 as coming from the UK, Poland and Australia. They worked for World Central Kitchen charity. Former World Vision Australia CEO Tim Costello, told Sky News Australia it is devastating.
There needs to be a ceasefire for humanitarian aid to get in, for aid workers to be protected, delivering aid to people who are starving. That's, I think, the only good thing, if anything good can come out of this.
Israel's army says it'll review the strike. An Air New Zealand flight to Rarotonga has turned back to Auckland today because of engineering issues. The airline's David Morgan says there's a lack of engineering support in Rarotonga. A replacement flight left this afternoon. Wellington's food show is being pushed back to make way for a potential Wellington Phoenix Grand Final. The men's football team tops the A-League table against 11 Australian-based sides. And if the Phoenix keep the lead, the final will be in Wellington. Instead of May 24 to 26, the Wellington Food Show is now planned from August 30. In sports, Warriors 5'8" Luke Metcalf will be sidelined for most of the NRL season with a broken leg. He's undergone surgery after fracturing his tibia, but could return later in the season. Former All Blacks assistant coach Mike Cron has joined the Wallabies. The scrum guru signed with Rugby Australia under new head coach Joe Schmidt. And the All Black Sevens welcome back captain Dylan Collier and Tone Ingshu for this weekend's World Series tournament in Hong Kong, while the Black Ferns Sevens reacquire Stacey Waka. I'm Raylene Ramsey. That is your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update tomorrow morning from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.